Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Red Devils TV. And Man United actually get a point at Liverpool at Anfield. I mean, it's the first time in 5-6 years we've actually got a point at the stadium. You know, we've had our moments with Liverpool, 7-0 last season. That has to be forgotten about now. Yes, we were a defensive team, but yes, we also kept the clean sheet. Liverpool had 34 shots in today's game and didn't score a single goal. I mean, Man United, we weren't brilliant, but we knew what we had to do. We defended well. We tried hitting them on the break. That was always going to be our game plan. It was much like what we did against Bayern Munich earlier this week. And you know what? Yes, it's not the way we want to be playing football, but you know, in some games, you've got to respect your opponent. Sometimes you've got to admit the opponent is better than you, and you've got to set up shop and just play differently and set up shop and defend when you need to. But it's good to see that the players know how to defend in them tight areas. Liverpool should have won today. Simple as. Liverpool, it's more of a loss for Liverpool than it is. It's a win for Man United in this sense because everyone predicted United to lose in today's game. But even though United get the clean sheet against 12 men Liverpool, but you're probably listening now and you're probably thinking, what do you mean 12 men? Michael Oliver is the most bent referee I've ever seen in football. How they didn't get a goal with 12 men, especially with Michael Oliver, who absolutely despises Man United, is laughable. The fact that Liverpool didn't actually get a win today. And you know what? I'm hoping Erik Ten Hag is with the players tonight in Liverpool and just talk about how proud he is of them. Yes, we didn't get the win, but you know what? This was a game that everyone expected us to lose, me included. I expected us to lose in this game. I had a little bit of faith, as a biased Man United fan. But the fact is that we got a point. That's our first draw of the season, by the way, in the Premier League. Or actually, it's in the entire season. That's our first draw this season. And it's at Anfield. We've ruined Liverpool's home record. They were unbeaten this season in all competitions at Anfield. But look what happens. Man United come to Anfield and we get the clean sheet. It remains 0-0. United didn't really have any massive chances. But when we did, we just kind of squashed it or we bottled it a little bit. Liverpool were the much better side. And like I said, Liverpool will probably go in tonight's game. They'll be going to sleep thinking that, we could have done more. We should have won that game. They should have. But United, we get the point. So do Liverpool. And that's that. Hopefully, we've now gone toe-to-toe Liverpool. We can now go toe-to-toe West Ham next week. We've got Aston Villa on Boxing Day as well. So hopefully we can progress and get better and better. And once the injuries start coming back, we should be brilliant. And I just want to give some special shout-outs to some players today because, first of all, Kobbie Mainoo. I mentioned in my preview, maybe it's a bigger game for him and maybe we should bring him on with some time to go. But he proved it. He turned up in the big game. He was probably our man of the match today, alongside with Johnny Evans and Raphael Varane. Defensively, them three were our best players. And Onana as well, give him a bit of praise. He made a very good save towards the end of the match and earlier on in the first half. But Varane, he's proved, hopefully now that the hard games are over and done with, Varane still stays in this team. Against Bayern Munich, despite us losing 1-0, Anfield tonight, they're two massive games in the space of a week when you've hardly played any football in the last couple of weeks, months almost. Varane's hardly played for us. And he's come in probably our most difficult week of the year so far. And he's just absolutely bossed it. And we've conceded 1 goal in the last 2 matches. We've been leaking goals more than a sieve at the moment. We've been leaking goals for fun recently. And Varane has just brought that calmness, the discipline and the awareness of defending. And Johnny Evans as well. People criticise him. I made that Home Alone joke, that little short video about when Kevin McAllister walks outside saying, "I'm not afraid anymore," and that old man's supposed to pop up and Kevin goes running back in the house. I did that video of Johnny Evans and Mo Salah, and that's what I thought it was going to be like tonight. But we've got good players, and unfortunately right now we're in a crisis. And no doubt when these big players come back, your Casemiro's, your Martinez's, Dalot is also suspended for I don't know how many games it'll be, probably 1 or 2 matches, I'm not too sure. But that was an absolute disgrace for Michael Oliver, I have to say. But at the end of the day, what can we do? I don't really know what to talk about because the fact is that I'm just so happy we got a draw. And I know it's not the right mentality we should be having, but it's Liverpool. Liverpool are title contenders and they couldn't beat this shitty Man United side. You know, everything goes out the window when it comes to a derby, especially with a historic derby like Man United versus Liverpool. But honestly, these players, I personally think as well, and no doubt we'll be back in the team next week, but we played better without Bruno Fernandes today when it comes to that defensive work. And I understand Bruno brings us a lot going forward, but we're not scoring enough goals at the moment. And I would really, really consider playing Mainu and Amrabat as a double pivot, and for God's sake, just drop Scott McTominay. Put in Bruno as that 10 behind the forwards and to link up the play, and have Kobbie Mainu and Amrabat as the midfield too, and Casemiro when he comes back, and replace whichever one is not in as good as form as the other. Because defensively today, we were solid. We were absolutely solid. And I just think that it was a brilliant game defensively for Man United. And I'm just very good. I'm very happy that it wasn't the 7-0 thrashing like last year. I mean, I know that was a freak result. That happens probably once every decade. But, you know, we were on the deceiving end of it. And thankfully tonight, we're not on the deceiving end. But now it's time for Liverpool to come back to Old Trafford. This is in a few months' time. But no doubt, fireworks will be there at Old Trafford. But we've got a massive game next week against West Ham. Hopefully we can progress and get the 3 points against the bubble blowing bastards. But anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a like on the video if you are, and subscribe if you are new. Comment down below on what you thought of the game. For me, it was fireworks. Brilliant game. I'm just so happy with the result. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below on what your thoughts were on the game. Take care and have a good evening.